What is the worst name and why? Find all the secret numbers hidden in the video and post it in the comment with your username to get a chance to win a $50 gift card each month. Misty Hyman. It was unfortunate. Also the poor bloke who played AFL called Donald McDonald. Ever seen that one insane parents post where the mom called her baby, rifle? Pronounced, rifle. ABCD pronounced absidy. Yeah, several kids have the dishonor of having this name. Flee fornication. That's a real person's name. Because just saying, my parents are religious, doesn't cover that one. In the Netherlands, Dick, or Dick, is a normal name. In Dutch dik means fat, but if you are going to an English country it's a bigger problem. I met someone at an immigration legal clinic who introduced himself as FNU less than last name greater than. FNU as in abbreviation of first name unknown. Apparently when he arrived in the US he said he only had one name, so his identity documents were written this way. Once came across someone's Facebook profile whose kids' names were Halen, Malia, Cashton, Lovia, and Knox, and #X200B. So, all of them at once I suppose. Robert, drop table students. We call him Little Bobby Tables. In Sweden we give kids such names as Thodor, Torny, Erland, Styrbjorn, Sten, which means stone, Urban, Rutger, Orvar, Tryggvi, Gunhild, Gunnar, Gustin, Renata, Ingerd or Ingegard, Jordis, Azir, Orjan, Engla, Nova, and the Berts. Here's a list och Berts. Bert Gilbert Bertil Barrett. For the women. Berta. Also for the women. Bertrand Gert. Only for the gangstas. Albert Berthold Bertram. Michael. People named Michael will attest to this. Everywhere you go, there are 10 other Michaels. In school, there are likely 3 others in a moderately sized class. In an office setting, try 4 other Michaels. If you name your kid Michael, you know they're going to be called by their last name or some other nickname. A lady I knew named her child Raiden. All I could think was, Mortal Kombat. Quote. Not even an hour ago I talked to someone Jack Beanstalk. Hortense, it was my great-grandmother's name, and it's pronounced like Hortense. Guys named Todd, https://u2.be/u8cry_zffk closing parenthesis as illustrated by George Carlin. I work with a John Smith. People think it's a fake name all the time. I know someone named Dick. His name is his entire representation of what he is. At 25 I just learned my parents almost named me Kelly. I'm a dude. So Kelly. Brandon. No reason needed, but I don't think I have ever met a good person with that name. We have a customer, first name Lady. She is not a lady at all. Adolf. Who would want the same first name as Hitler? Where's the LAA isn't a real name guy. He shows up every time this question gets asked to Reddit. A great YouTuber compiled a list a few years ago. https://u2.be/dgx-ovzds44. Worked with Mike. Call me Michael, last name Hunt. Then the movie Porky's came out. Fitzgerald. Like imagine moaning that name. Ew. I work with 2 Stevens and they're both huge douchebags. Sorry to all the Stevens out there. But the name is ruined for me. Bethany. Why would anybody think that's a good name? Or Richard lol hope I didn't offend anyone. There was a kid in New Zealand that sued her parents to force them to change her name and won. Her name was Tulala does the hula in Hawaii. I heard on the radio a mom's daughter wasn't allowed on a plane because everyone thought she had a fake name. Daughter was named ABCDE. There was a guy at my college named George III. That's right. There's a George Sr. and Jr. His middle name was not also George. Simon and Odd are pretty common names in Norway, but unfortunate in English-speaking countries. Imagine this as a double name. Odd Simon. Chester has taken a real downturn since it became slang for a sex offender, Chester the molester. Olivia. Every Oliva I've met have been gigantic thundercunts. Dick Much. He was my old next-door neighbor. If that wasn't bad enough, all the other neighbors called him Dick Munch. Had a patient named Lasonia. She pronounced it lasagna. She was about 450 of the least toned pounds ever. Nobody has said Karen yet? Seems like a curse to be named that. Also, I had a supervisor once named Richard Long. I can just imagine the good nicknames he had in school. My old boss said when she was pregnant everyone would ask what she was going to name the baby. And everyone responded negatively to whatever name she came up with. Like they had an ex or crazy uncle with that name. So she decided to look through a baby book and find the worst name she could. *** Purvis Moore. ***. People just responded, oh, after she told them that. For some reason, every Tristan that I've ever met was a dick. When I was pregnant, I had a pregnancy app with a community section where you could ask other mums-to-be for advice. One American pregster was asking for opinions on the name of her unborn child. She wanted to name it Corey but didn't want the conventional spelling, so was opting for, wait for it, Quree. I went to high school with someone called Annette Ball. I don't think I ever met her. But I remember numerous announcements over the PA. Would Annette Ball come to the office? And I would imagine a ball bouncing down the corridor to the front office. I don't suppose it's an especially terrible name. Other than that. Ovu view enyetchuanwu view ube mug bem oses. I can say it in real life, but ube mug bem is hardest part. Someone in my family wants to name their kid so that the full name is a profession in my language. Imagine having to introduce yourself saying you are called pastry chef. It's not literally that name. He and his wife find it really funny to do that. But since I was bullied every day in elementary school for, among others, my last name, knows it sets him up for a lifetime of confrontation with their name. An almost guaranteed name change and a grudge against their parents. They won't have it. It's super weird to be called Patty. You are named after flat circle of meat. Emily. I know like 7 and they're all bitches. Edit to add. You all can downvote me to oblivion. I'm just saying my experience. Don't hate an honest answer. Syndrome. You should never name a dog or a kid syndrome. If he jumps up on the table, you would have to say, Down syndrome. Quote. Richard, because instead of being shortened to Rick, it's shortened to Dick. I'm not trying to be on the bandwagon of hating the name Karen, but how can a mother who sacrificed her well-being and life for 9 months name the product of her womb Karen? That's insane. It sounds like an old lady name from the get-go. Claudia. A person's name shouldn't sound like chlamydia. Shithead. It's pronounced she-thed, but some people pronounce it shithead. Like in that ONR meme. Urgel grew. You get blamed when a guy goes on vacation and sleeps with his boss.